Welcome back to Beanie's Hobbies, and this is going to be a quick look at hydro dipping using spray paint. It's very simple to do. Been watching several YouTube videos on people doing this, and they just make a right mess of it. And this is so simple. So first of all, we'll just run through what you actually need. So you need a plastic tub, obviously one that you don't mind ruining because it does make one hell of a mess, and cold water. Colder the water the better, because if you use warm water or hot water, the paint will dry too quickly on the surface before you get a chance to do anything with it, and you're just going to end up with a big sloppy mess. Secondly, you're going to want some newspaper. Any old newspaper will do, just to put your prints on. I'm not even doing printing, just to put your parts on, obviously once you've dipped them. And you're going to need some gloves because this gets very messy, and obviously a selection of different coloured spray paints, whatever you want, any different colour combinations, as many as you want or as little as you want. And obviously once it's dry, to finish it off, you're going to want to get yourself some clear coat to seal it all up. Okay, so first things first, let's get some gloves on, because I don't want this all over my hands. It's more difficult to put the gloves on than it is to actually do the dipping. Right, okay, so we've got our gloves on. And obviously we need to pick something to hydro dip. So what I'm going to dip is, I'm going to dip some of my 3D printed busts that I've done. So I'll just grab a couple of them now. We've got Spider-Man. We've got Shazam. And we've got Captain America. So that's what we're going to be hydro dipping today. So, obviously you want to pick whatever colour paint you want to start off with. I'm going to go for red. Give your paint a good shake. And also you are better to do this sort of outside or in a well ventilated area, because it does get a bit stinky. I mean, obviously I'm in the garage. I've got plenty of air in here. So I think we'll go for red. A bit of gold. And a bit of blue. Right, so it's very important not to go too crazy with the paint. I've watched a lot of people just go paint, and it will just make a sloppy mess. So you don't need to go too mad with your paint. And you spray it in however you want to put it in. I mean, obviously all you really need to do is just cover the top of the water. And obviously you need to make sure you have a tub deep enough to submerge the whole model in. And like I say, this is very, very smelly. So you don't need to go mad, just lightly spread it in. Okay, then what I'm going to need, I mean, you don't have to do this, but like I say, I'm just going to use the back of a paintbrush just to see, just to swirl the pattern up. And because I'm using nice cold water, you see the paint hasn't started to dry yet. Get a little bit more red. Touch more blue. Right, you can see the best concentration of the effect is around this area here. So let's start off with the Shazam. Now you're going to want to drop him in at a 45-degree angle. Okay, so all you need to do is just push him down through the actual paint and under the water. So you don't need to go too quick, so we'll take your time. Make sure the paint gets all over him. Okay, and then once you're done, you need to put your hand all the way down and give it a good swirl. Okay, and while it's swirling, that'll push all the rest of the paint around the edges. Bring them up, give them a good shake. You don't want too much water left on there because it'll cause bubbles in your paint. And there you have it. Very, very pretty looking Shazam. Now all you need to do is, you see I've got a very pretty glove as well. All you need to do now is put them down to the side and leave them to dry. And that is it, guys. It is simple as that. So I'll just do a couple more for you. So what the best thing to do is whatever paint you've got left floating around, just push it to the sides, and that'll then stick to the side of the tub. And I have to take this glove off as well. Put a fresh glove on. So this is very, very, very easy to do. Now obviously these next ones are a bit bigger, so I'm going to need to put a little bit more paint in there. But like I say, you don't need too much paint. That's where people go wrong. I put in far too much paint. Okay, so let's get a bit of orange. A bit of purple. Move this whole paint to the side. Start again. Like I say, you can use as many colours as you want. Obviously I'm going to need a little bit more for these ones because they are a bit bigger. So you don't have to do this, but it's nice to bring it from the edges back into the middle. And plus that'll create some crazy patterns as well. And obviously once you've brought it back into the middle, just give it a few minutes just to settle back down again. And then get your next model, or your next whatever you want to dip, 45-degree angle, straight down slowly. Under the water, a good wash around, bring it back up, and then we have very, very trippy, funky looking Captain America. Shake off all your excess water. Oh, pretty glove. Right, one more. So, knock the old excess back out of the way. Like I say, colder the water, the better this will work. There we go with Spider-Man. Before. And after. Now also once these are all dried, we'll get a better look at them. So try and get as much of that water off as you possibly can. And that really is it, guys. Simple as that. Now don't go and tip this down your drain. Push it to the side. Paint to the side, and we'll even smear it up the side of the tub and leave it to dry and set hard. Obviously then you can then tip your water out without having to put nasty paint down your drains. But that really is it, guys. Like I say, once these are dried and I can handle them, we'll then go and look at them a bit better. So yeah, hope you find that helpful, and I'll catch you a bit later on. Alright guys, welcome back. Now we're dry, and I've just given them a quick dusting of clear coat, and I think you'll agree with me that they have come out quite well. Looking very, very funky. Special Shazam. So yeah, that's it guys. It's my little sort of quick tutorial on hydro dipping. I can't even speak. Give it a go. It's not tricky, and like I say, they do look kind of cool. Oh well, I hope you found this of interest. If you did, drop me a like. If you want to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheerio.